Hi everyone, it's Kel here with Sold Air, and today I'm talking about what inspires you. A couple days ago or earlier this week I watched a video by Louisa Heinzel, which I will link below, about creating a inspiration board with 3D items. And so I'll also, if you go on my Instagram, you can see how this board has changed since I started it. She started with one image as kind of her starting point, and then she built out upon it. When someone asks me what was I, inspired by in this setup, I would actually say it was this can, this Izzy Sparkling Grapefruit. Just that graphic and the color of the can. So I'm going to put some things aside as we talk. And then as I saw that sitting out on my table in the garage, and I gathered that. Then the other things that kind of came along were things that I had bought recently at a antique mall. Some items that I had set aside or out for some outings recently for my birthday and having a picnic in the park. So I bought this bottle of wine based on this beautiful graphic. So you can tell that part of what inspires me is the work of others, the graphic design, the thought that went into these designs. Also, I had just, at my birthday, had this daisy chain, so that was another part of it. So it just kept building on, and so yeah, and then I just kind of had these rocks and this cork and these things sitting on the table. So I put those in the board. These are some little hexagon wooden magnets that I thought I might want to use. In Louisa's, she included both things that were inspirational and also things that she might actually use in the construction of her mixed media items or a junk journal. These I had just recently bought, and a lot of times I buy new tools and I don't really use them right away, and so I thought by putting them on the inspiration board I would be more likely to use them. And one good thing, like right now I'm moving these things off little by little, is that I have the freedom to put this all back out again in its original form because I took a picture of it before I changed it today for the camera view. This was a mug that I got at the mall, so you can kind of see some bright pinks and yellows are coming out in my palette. I didn't really, again, it wasn't what I was thinking of, except for this was my first color choice. And then these other things that I had just started kind of making an appearance and fitting in very well. So this ribbon has yellow in it and this has pink, and they were in a package of various neutral laces and some ribbons, and these were the ones I picked out of the package. This is actually something that I made about a month ago, and this tassel is actually kind of where, after I put the whole board out, I thought, ooh, I have all the materials here to make some more tassels, as well as other, paper ephemera too. What else? So I said these were just sitting on the table, so I don't really know, I think these seem like just ordinary things, but they inspire me. I don't know about the texture or what can I use it for. Again, some of these items like the coffee mug and the rock, I'm not gonna use in my particular thing that I'm gonna make that I know of. These are some other ironstone rocks from Minnesota. And they were actually holding down my little wine label to flatten it out. But I also like the color and texture of them. They're not showing up on camera, but they almost look rusty in real life. These are another tool that I've been wanting to use, but I haven't used it yet, so I put that on there in case I wanted to maybe make a tag or something to go with my tassels. This was just a sweet little paper embellishment ephemera that I got at the antique store that I thought might be useful. These were some flowers that I dried, and again, I just like the texture and the memory of these little flowers. And then I also had brought home, I thought maybe we'd do some arts and crafts at my birthday party, but we didn't end up doing it because it was a little too warm for that. And I have had these pom-pom makers for many years, and I've never used it. And so I put it on my inspiration board. Again, that's another theme I'm noticing. I put things on the inspiration board that I want to use, that I want to try, that I keep putting off. So I put some yarn, actually, you know, of course, pick this because it's the bright colors, and I hope to make some pom-poms. Black and white paint, I don't usually use that in my projects, but I was thinking the contrast of the black and white with the bright colors might make an interesting piece of art as well. And then fabric, I bought these 4 pieces at the antique store. Again, there's kind of that bright pink down and the yellowish green tones coming in. There's also kind of some child nostalgia. There's a cute little girl drawing with crayons, and this is a fun little piece, so that will be fun to put into the project. And then these were just in my stash, and I thought the colors went with the theme that was emerging. And then lastly, I put this on here. This is my little watercolor set for the summer, and I just love that scene there. And then I have my abundance of bright colors in there too. So, and lastly, at the antique mall, I splurged with some of my birthday money to buy this jar. Let's see, there's kind of a glare on the jar, but I thought it would be fun to look at it with you while we're on camera. So let me sit down here, and I'm just gonna dump the contents out and enjoy what's in here. And I don't know if all antique stores do this, but ours tends to have these jars with kind of like, you know, just treasures that someone put in there. And the first thing that caught my eye was this cute little teddy bear. But also I noticed there were some rusty kind of tool type things in there. So that's fun. There's an old silver spoon. Some of this advertising fits my vintage vibe that I enjoy. There's this tiny little Bible. Now this is like a surprise thing, a little stamp. I did see this. It's like a chip that has a 4-leaf clover on it. This also intrigued me. I saw the paper, and it's on a roll, and it's got bells, and it just makes me very happy. So I'm find some fun ways to use that. This is a little, looks like, oh, like a little popcorn charm, like maybe something you would have got in a little gift, you know, not a gift, like one of those gumball machines, they have prizes. And there's another mini paper clip, a book of matches with beautiful vintage retro graphic design again. Oh, there's so many cool things in here. It's fun when you find things that kind of speak to you that you didn't even know you were looking for, right? Oops, there's a marble. All right. So there's a marble. There's this glass, like plastic bead that looks like a disco ball. Another chip with a 4-leaf clover on it. This little like golfer figurine. This little lady. A spool, a couple spools. There's several little spool things in here. And what brings me joy with this is just like the thought that someone had when they put these little treasures in the jar. A spark plug, an old-fashioned one. That just brings me joy because my dad used to work on cars, and he's no longer here, but with us in this world. But it reminds me of him. And there's like that ceramic part. And then some beads. And a little kind of, I guess it's some kind of big cat. I can't tell if it's a leopard or, I don't know. It might be like a mama lion, but the spots are confusing me. Here's a cute little tally card for bridge, I guess. Yep. And it's been used, and it's got a tassel, another nod to the theme. And these cute little bears. This is another thing in the bottle, the jar that intrigued me, this little glass bottle. When we were kids, we would find old glass bottles in the woods. Now here's a nice little clippy thing. Another spool. Another clothespin, some more beads. Aw, and this little man whose arms are broken off. And another lucky 4-leaf clover. And a little, looks like a broken bow and arrow from a Lego set or something. And this serpentine. Ooh, that's fun. Probably if I got some jewelry cleaner that's very retro. It's one that kind of hangs down in a V. And I remember these little keychains as a kid too. Like you get them at the dentist or something. I don't know why, but they were just cute. And what's these little things? These are some more little just miscellaneous kind of cardboard vintage replicas of something. And then this is the Cheshire Inn and Lodge, which is actually local, so that's fun. And the double-decker bus. I don't know if it's still going or not. I need to check that out. So just lots of cool little things to remind me and inspire me. So I just wanted to share that with you today, and I'll come back and probably on Monday and maybe show you some of the things that I made from this inspiration or bring you along while I create it. Have a great day. Bye.